so far this season.
Foots, but it still finds Heskey. Touch back for Neville. Now Zedkovic. That's a little mini battle. Poked out towards Neville by Brown. It's beyond Ribeiro. Idea. Bazanic's second favourite.
Much better than it's been, and beautifully lit. The fans starting to take their seats finally. Strongly in a physical sense, incredible endurance. But without having had the...
So the Mariners have it back through Montgomery now. Lovely ball towards McBreen, and well, there was a coming together of bodies between McBreen and Regan. No suggestion of an infringement. Good. Rose. Offside against McGlinchey. Away is the cry by Justin Passfield. Josh Rose obliges. Bozanic counts it up towards halfway. Pepper. Good ball again by the Jets captain. But it struck the arm of Neville there. There are appeals from the Mariners fans on that far side who had a good view of it. That's a lovely ball in towards James Brown, who maybe should have gone for goal instead.
Be faster than Ribeiro in the foot race, but he rounded him up nicely. Ribeiro jinked away from three, but just couldn't find James Brown's fan spike. Excellent again.
Ribeiro heading towards half-time in the 28th F3 derby, still goalless. The Mariners on top, but nothing to show for their efforts. Neville. Rose just lost his angles and his marker there for a minute. Now here's Scott Neville. Can he pick out Heskey? Mariners' confidence really up now. Headed clear by Neville.
Quickly, Goodwin and Ribeiro have been the only two really in the front half of the pitch. They've got to try and get a foothold in the game. Things are slipping away from them rather rapidly.
Here is a Brazilian, threads it through. Ribeiro. It's well charged down by Montgomery. Neville, danger still not. Bazanic's back on the park for the Mariners. First touch wasn't great.
You just look at how the Mariners have locked up the field now. They just work.
And the Mariners block the route to goal. They work it out towards Scott Neville. This looks better, which would take him into double figures for the season. Isn't quite. Goodwin. Neville. Bridges. Montgomery, one of three Englishmen on the park now. Kicks out McGlinchey. Virgili and Neville combining to rob him with the ball. Heskey manages to stay on his feet.
And the hesitation proved fatal once again because the Mariners swarmed back in numbers, closed the avenues to goal.
Ritter was looking inside for Ribeiro. I think it goes all the way across to Ryan Griffiths, who's another man who's been in excellent form. Ribeiro gets it back from Neville. Now Griffiths, taken quickly, wheelhouse. All the way across to Neville. Settled very quickly at that right back.
This Newcastle Jets team.
As that pass from Stefanuto is into the feet of Enrique. Turns inside Griffiths. Finds Broich as well, but Neville. Perhaps a few bitter memories for Mitchell.
It is true, the best moments of the game in a goal-scoring sense have come from
Enrique running at Neville. Enrique still. Headed away by Madoka. Neville for Zat.
Game, which has been a really key ingredient.
Mike Theo. What a pure strike that was from Ryan Griffiths. Griffiths looking back for Neville. It's a good run into the area. Straight back again. Barisha's pass almost made it through for Stefanuto. There's space on this right side for Neville. Zatkovic. Back out to Neville again. Can he deliver a telling cross this time? It's deflected. Pardew looks to get in behind Scott Neville for Enrique. Players diving in from both sides. Neville now. Neville again. Enrique tracking back to try and cut off that supply route. Griffiths. Neville still, now wheelhouse. Neville. Both sides defending so well at the moment. Once again. That time the pass is under hit for Neville. Slides in, wins it back again.
The ball around midfield just to regather themselves. So I'll take that as a hint that Newcastle really put them under a good period of sustained pressure very much in this game.
Up with me, Rick!
Neville looking for the return. Chapman. With Neville. Long towards Heskey. Gets an important flick on for Ryan Griffiths. Neville, Zatkovic.
Around the ball has looked very good. He's looking very sharp, gets stronger and fitter. True, they can thank Matt Nash for the fact that they're still in this contest and Enrique's poor finish. Mustn't forget that it's Michael Theo who, as goalkeepers, had to be most on his game this evening.
Zatkovic for Neville. Back to Chapman. And these will be nervy moments for Brisbane Roar as well. They know they're 15 minutes away from a massive victory for the defending champions. But with that and the weight of these 3 points, out to the left foot, blocked by German. The Jets have it again, and Virgili immediately. Madoka again, good challenge. Scott for Brisbane as they look to the substitutes bench again. It's a new physical, more physical brand of football for him, but he has for the Jets time to show a little bit more urgency now. Zatkovic. A chance for Dong-hyun to try and stretch those legs of Stefanuto, Theo and German. Neville being tugged at by Dong-hyun. Was one of those players dropped. Michael Bridges not here either, so a bit of experience left out by Gary Van Egmond. And already, can he fire off a shot? Tadic still going, needs to find an option, leaves it for Fred, looking for Thompson, but it's given away by Bajic to Ribeiro. Now, they do have Heskey in the middle, of course. Zatkovic exchanges passes with Brown. James Brown, an exciting talent who can make things happen as well. Neville back to Ribeiro. Now the cross. He hasn't had a thing to do really except pick the ball out of the back of his net twice so far, Matt Nash. Brown. Ribeiro. Neville's cross. The header away by Hoffman. Only as far as starting to step on the accelerator a little. James Brown with Scott Neville. Outside him, Heskey in the middle. Hoffman looking to thread the needle for Garcia. Easily dealt with by Neville. Nash with Chapman.
The Jets look to push out. It's just been an excellent piece of work tactically, that by Melbourne Hart.
They do have options coming forward. Here's Neville though at the other end of the park. Ribeiro. territory. And they've got space for Neville here. Digs it in towards the back, picking up play. Plenty of space here for Zadkovic. Neville. Griffiths. Well, Melbourne Hart, if anything, a more direct attacking option for the Jets now with the introduction of Goodwin, who is very fleet of foot. Loves running at players as well. Neville with Zadkovic. Wheelhouse. Back for Zadkovic again. In it comes. Over Heskey. Goodwin at the back post. The chance, surely. Well, what? Maroney gets there ahead of Ribeiro. Ooh, Gerhard, has he been caught high there by the Brazilian? At any rate, it's fallen for David Williams, who drives it in low towards Tadic. And it's well defended that time by Connor Chapman. So hard to square the ledger midway through this second half.
Happy to see him get 70 constructive minutes. He's helped set the Jets up in a forward sense, in a forward momentum sense, and let's see if the players left on the field now can continue.